Me, Grimlock, love Cubs war stories.
Hi everyone, Spider-Kel back again. Back again for another Transformer review after it's been quite a while since I last did one, so I thought I'm going to do some more, and I'm going to do a series. One of my favourite actually, which will lead up to my pride and joy really, or one of my pride and joys, as I've got many. One thing I decided to change is I'm not going to do any character bios anymore. I'm not going to go into cartoon or comic. Don't get me wrong, I love the character bios. One of the main things I like about Transformers. But one of the main reasons I collect the figures of the toys is if I like them. There's so many toys out there, figures out there I haven't collected because quite simply I looked at and went, well, that's just what ugly, you know. And I don't feel the need to complete a series if I look at one and think I don't like it. Like for example, animated. I'll never get animated, well, never say never, but I will probably never get animated Shockwave unless I found him somewhere for like £5, or unless someone offered him to me. You know, if someone walked up to me and said, would you like this? I wouldn't turn it down, but I wouldn't go out of my way to get it, because I just think it's a pretty poor excuse for a Transformer. I really do. So yes, I'm just going to cut down on all of that. I'm just going to focus on the toy itself. And as I said, I'm going to do a series today, or one of the groups, and so I thought I would start with the obvious main member of this group, Grimlock. Now that obviously means I'm going to do the Dinobots, so expect 4 more reviews with the other Dinobots in. Now this Grimlock actually is not the original Grimlock I had when I was a kid. When I was a kid I only had one Dinobot, and it was this guy, Grimlock. And he was my absolute favourite, he still is. I love this guy, which is why I think it's such an atrocity of what they did to him in Series 3. But this guy is awesome. He's one of the best. I played with this, not this, but I played with Grimlock more so than probably any of the others. He was just, I loved him. The reason I don't have my original anymore is my mum was a childminder for quite a long time, and she was looking after this young lad. And he quite got into Transformers because I put them on for him, you know. And I got some of my Transformers down so he could play with them, and one of them was Grimlock, and he liked them just as much as I used to. And one day he said to me, "Can I take some home with me?" So he took Grimlock home and blast off of the Combaticons. Which is also why I don't have a complete set now of the Combaticons, which is a bit of a pain. But I never got him back, and quite gutted at that really. But then I decided, well, I've always wanted to get Grimlock back, so I got this guy. Quite cheap, eBay, no weapons, nothing like that. But he is 1980, one of the originals from 1980s, which you can probably tell by the fact that his legs are so loose. You know, and all the joints are really loose, and you stand them up and just leave them because he'll just fall apart otherwise. But yeah, I mean, my Grimlock had, on the underside here, he had a little hole with cracks coming out of it where my dog managed to get hold of him and bite him. So there we are. So I mean, in a lot of ways, but this one is really, really good. I mean, I don't know what condition mine is now. I don't even know where he is. I don't know if the lad's still got him, but he's not little anymore. This is like, 15 years ago. Showing my age. But yeah, but this is him. He's in really good condition considering his mouth still moves and so on. He's got a little bit, is that eye? Yeah, you just see there a little bit of damage to his eye and his paintwork and stuff. Try to bring the light in so you can see it a bit better. There we go. A little bit of damage to the paintwork there, especially on that eye you can see there. But a lot of the original stickers still there. Mainly in Dinobot mode. Dinobot mode is quite good for his stickers. When you get to his robot mode, you'll find that it isn't. See, you've got like stickers like that one, which is a bit crumpled. But it was a case of I just kind of just woke up one day and thought, I just want a Grimlock, so I just bought one. And then I decided, right, I'm going to do what I always wanted as a kid, was to have all 5 of them. And I thought I want all 5, so I started getting all 5. And same story with all of them really, that I just decided, right, and I got them in the order of the show. So I got Grimlock, then I think I got Slag, then I got Sludge, Then afterwards I got Snarl and finally Swoop. Because obviously in the TV shows it was Grimlock, then Slag, then Sludge, and then they decided, oh, we want two more, so they made two more, and that's the way I wanted to do it. And I was quite particular about that. If I found one on eBay, like if I found a Snarl on eBay that was pretty decent price, I still wouldn't go for it because I didn't have the other two, which is probably a bit daft, but I am quite OCD like that. Had it been a Swoop, had I found a Swoop that was really cheap but in good condition, I would have forgotten about that because of the fact that he was so damn difficult to get. But that's their reviews. This is Grimlock, and so yeah, and he stands at the front of all five of them because he's the leader, he's the king, he's awesome, he's just awesome. To transform him, everyone should know this. I mean, come on. But this is another reason I like him so much, is the way he transforms. It was exactly like the cartoons. You had some Transformers who, I'll tell you what, I'll transform while I'm talking, because I can ramble on, can't I? Don't like that. But you had some of the Transformers that transformed, this is one thing, this bit's really stiff, transformed different to their toys. But Grimlock and the other Dinobots, all five of them, all transform exactly like they did in the show, which was something I absolutely loved. I really loved that. Downfalls to this toy is, well, in mine, is that this is very loose. That will constantly fall down. And as you can see, sticker detail has been missing in a lot of places, and I think has been misplaced possibly in some places. I don't know. Is that meant to be there? I really don't remember. I can't remember. But I just love this figure. Whether it's in, and the great thing about all of them as well, is whether they're in Dinobot mode or Robot mode, they still, look at that, it's waving. Well, almost. They just look awesome no matter which way. I've got them all displayed like this at the moment. I've had them all in Dinobot mode for quite a while, and I decided, I just sat there one night and transformed them all. And I've got them now stood like this. But they just look fantastic. I mean, it's just, and they look bulky as well. I mean, obviously in the cartoons and everything, they were the Autobots muscle, you know, they were supposed to be big and monstrous and look like dinosaurs. And in toy form as well, they all, especially Grimlock, but he just looks big. He just looks awesome. And I mean, even like the head sculpt is absolutely spot on for the show. Just fantastic toys. As I say, I always wanted to get all the Dinobots, and so I did. But Grimlock was easily my favourite. I think he's one of my favourite Transformers of all. I think he's funny. He's just so cool. One of the best. He really is. Another thing about mine as well is that it's quite faded in there. But as I say, the fact that I used to have one. But he was probably in worse condition than this guy is with a count with that, and that's fine. So, but yeah, and that's Grimlock. I mean, he's just fantastic. As I say, I picked this one up from eBay, and now I picked him up without weapons, swords, anything like that, because, well, I'm not kind of like one of those people who has to have a complete version in perfect condition. You know, I just like them. I just like to display them. I just like to stand with them. I just like to transform them. I'm not bothered about weapons and stuff. So I got this guy, and he was, I don't know, can't quite remember. It was that long ago since I got him, but about 20 pounds, maybe something like that. I mean, really good, decent price. Maybe even less than that, £15. I can't quite remember. It wasn't that much, but less than you would pay for a perfect condition. As everyone always says, if you like Transformers, you have to get the Dinobots. They're just cool. So I will be back, and I will probably do my reviews in the same order as I collected them. So expect either Sludge or Slag next. I know who I'm going to do. I know who I want to do, but just see what you get. Okay, I hope you enjoyed the review. Take care, and I will see you all soon with the next Dinobot. Take care.